in some cases, I don't know what the plan is here. Are you on a 3-month deal here? Okay, all right, yeah, at least that 3 months to stay on that. And I don't know, I know that you're going to talk to him later on, but let's see. And do you have any questions for me at all? I mean, is there anything that you're wanting to know that might help you out? I don't have all the answers. I just know what worked for me, and if I can give you a tool to put in that box you're carrying around it, then that's what I'm here for.
It sounds like a lot of the same stuff. So.
It does it? Okay. Okay. Is it the same stuff that you've been getting?
No, not necessarily that I've been getting already, but just some of the same stuff that I'm going through is
Oh,
saying,
yes.
you know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's kind of good to know that I'm not the only one.
You are not. You're absolutely not. And I can leave my contact information. I am happy to get that phone call. Hey, man, this is what I'm going through. Do you have any tips? I just need to talk to somebody instead of smoking. Call me. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I had a friend doing that for me. He quit about 10 years before I did. And so every day he was calling me up. How many hours are you up to? How are you feeling? How are you doing? And it really helped. So if you don't have that support, if you don't have somebody doing that for you, I will leave my number and I will be happy to do that.
I've got a couple of personal nags going right now.
Do you really? Excellent, excellent. And it really does help. It really does. And what is this? It says on here, the most important thing for me, reward yourself. Give yourself presents. This is huge. This is one of the most awesome things that you can do for yourself in your life is quit smoking. So reward yourself. They gave us, and I gave myself presents. I was queen for a year, man. Let me tell you, when I quit smoking, it was great. But at a month, at 3 months, at 6 months, and at a year, or however you want to do it, whatever you would have spent for cigarettes in that month, buy yourself something nice. Buy yourself a DVD set or something that you've always wanted for whatever you would have spent for that month on cigarettes, because you were going to spend it anyway smoking. But now instead, reward yourself. And then if you make it 3 months or 6 months or whatnot, take that money and take a trip or do something that you've always wanted to do. It's very important to reward yourself. Like Sergeant Brunner was saying earlier about those positive reinforcements, do it. I was up in Alaska at that time, and I'm a huge wildlife lover. I love wildlife. I love wildlife photography. So one of my gifts to myself was I flew over to Katmai National Park. That's the only way you can get there is either by boat or flying, and sat amongst grizzly bears as they were feeding from salmon coming out of the river. One of the most incredible experiences of my life, just sitting there amongst the bears, taking my pictures and whatnot. So that was one of the things that I did to reward myself. Either I can do this or I can smoke. Which one do I like better? So make sure you reward yourself. This is a good thing that you're doing. Is there anything else?
Nope.
Reward yourself. You can do it. You have a support system. Sir, do you have a support system?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, excellent. Excellent. Is there any questions or any information I can give you at all?
I'm just looking forward to the part where I'm as far ahead as you are, where the smell of it bothers you, because right now I smell it. I'm like,
oh, it smells so good. I want one. Yes. Understood. I was there. Yes, absolutely. Now, did the Chantix, you quit on Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday night was my last one.
Okay, so how did you do Monday night and Tuesday night?
You know, single father of kids, they can keep me busy to the point
Well,
where
that's
I'm
good.
not,
That's great.
I'm not, thinking about it too much.
Because they're going to keep you busy. That's actually good. They're going to keep you.
I don't have a whole lot of downtime. Because even when I used to sneak out for a second,
Mhm.
the door would open and be like, Dad. So now it's like, I don't get that. So it's
Okay.
fine.
All right. How old are your kids?
4 and 8.
Oh, my goodness. So you do have little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. So
Yeah.
they're going to be a distractor for you then.
That's right.
Okay. Excellent. Good deal. What about you, sir? You stated earlier that you today is your quit day.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay. All right. Excellent. And you said you do have a good support system.
Yeah.
That's really important. And best of luck. Is there anything I can add?
No.
You're like, nah, psh. Okay, all right. Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate your time. Best
Thank
of
you.
luck, and I will see you later.
Okay, so just to kind of recap, she talked about a lot of the things that are valuable to her, and she got some really good tools from, right? What we want to talk about is that each of us goes through a problem. Okay, we're trying to quit. It's not easy to do. There's a lot of factors that we have to think about, a lot of things that are in our way of quitting. So some of those things can be easily overstepped if we follow a little bit of a plan. And I think that this is a really good thing, okay? So what I like to tell people with this is fill it out honestly with things you can actually do that actually make sense for your life. Then put it on your fridge, put it in your wallet. Think about how, wherever you might need it, be able to pull it out and use it. Make a little note card of these things that are, for you to put in your pocket or something. Laminate it. Come up with a plan. But this assists you with that. It's one thing for me to say, hey, have a plan on what you're going to do. It's another thing for you to then just take this blueprint and use it yourself. You're not going to know everything that's going to come at you. You're going to have some surprises that are going to be thrown at you, right? So when the surprises come, if you have 10 really good ideas on how to quit or how not to do it, you can just use one of those. A lot of times it's simply removing yourself from the scenario. A lot of times you can't remove yourself from the scenario, so in those situations you need to use the deep breathing concept, or you need to use the walk around, get away from it, get out of the face of the person you're dealing with. Try to step back from it for a minute to see, fight through your craving, your nick fit. Have you guys been having nick fits?
Not as bad as I would have thought.
Yeah, what's been the worst thing you've had to deal with this last week?
I'm a creature of habit, and when I walk into my garage from my driveway, I automatically reach in my pocket, and I came out my phone instead of a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, that's a good one. See, so but being a creature of habit is what we're trying to fight here, because you're no longer addicted. Now we're not dealing with addiction; we're dealing with habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that we have to fight the most. Out of all the things we fight the things that we are more of a habit with than we do, because you're really not having the addiction as much as you're having the familiar constant movements or the familiar feelings, So that's why I mentioned last week to get like that 5 gum, because you can open it like a cigarette, pull it out like a cigarette, put it in the same pocket you put your cigarette in, right? These things really do work. And they're very simple little fixes, but all you got to do is get through 5 minutes. The Nick Fit lasts 5 minutes. If you can get through 5 minutes, you can do it. And so no matter what kind of medication problems you're having, which we will solve for you, you can quit by reducing, you can quit cold turkey, okay? You can quit in multiple ways. You just have to have a plan on how to fight through the Nick Fits when they come. The drugs help you to get through the side effects of it. Like generally when you quit, it's a withdrawal problem. Your body needs it, so it fights you and makes you angry and makes you feel agitated and makes you feel grumpy and all the things that makes you feel to get that, because those were all the indicators that you needed a cigarette in the past. You just didn't know it. See, we have a pattern time that we smoke. I think most people that smoke 20 cigarettes a day smoke one about every hour and a half. Sometimes we'll smoke 4 in a row, okay? But generally, if you average it out, we're smoking one every hour and a half. You get one in the breakfast, you get one in the car. You get one at lunch, you get one on break. You know what I mean? It's about every hour and a half we're doing it all the way through. Sometimes we do 2 or 3 of them in a row, but you're using the 2 or 3 in a row as one break, right? We generally don't have more than 12 breaks a day. We just kind of burn X amount of cigarettes in those breaks. That's kind of how we do it. We generally don't smoke while we're sleeping, right? So how come you can sleep and have no problems with it? Yeah, we have a problem with it during the day. That's because you're not thinking about it. So how do you get yourself to where you're not thinking about it? Well, by having a plan to get through some of the little times so you're only thinking about it here and there, and it becomes shorter and shorter and shorter each and every time. Constant reminders of why you're doing this. This is not for somebody else. This is for you. So remind yourself of why you're doing it. In the places that you used to smoke the most, where you have control over your environment, put a stop sign. Stop. You're not smoking because it's for your health. Or stop. You're not smoking because you chose to quit. Make a stop sign. I think the stop signs are valuable. They work. You just print one out on the computer. Paste it to your door, to your back patio, right? Paste it to the office wall where you work in the cubicle, or paste it to wherever, you put it on your fridge, put it on your door by your bedroom. Little things like that. And then, of course, when you don't need them anymore, you just remove it, right? It's not permanent, it's just temporary. And the whole thing that you're going through is not permanent, it's just temporary. You really don't go through this very long. This phase is a little uncomfortable, but you're not going through it very long. At this point, we have Candace, who's going to come in and speak with you guys a little bit about your overall food choices and how not to gain weight with this product. You know, while you're trying to quit with the medicines and the different things that we're trying to do. Do you have questions for me right now